All right, so this is geometry lesson 6-12. This is our final lesson. Look at this, guys.
Wow.
For this unit guide, hello, Riley. For this unit guide, we are done. 6-12 is the very end, then we have a quiz tomorrow, and then the test the day after that. So we are now doing the same thing where we have an expanded equation. We have an expanded equation, and instead of just finding what the features are, what is the radius, what is the center, we are now going to graph that circle. That's the only difference. So here we go. Today's date is Tuesday, March 24th, 3/24. All right, and is there a quiet yes in the chat somewhere or in the participants to say, I'm ready to read the objective and Mr. Sindel cannot cold call on me because I have participated? Julian. And then Julian, you need to make sure that your microphone is unmuted. Oops, sorry. I clicked unmute as you clicked unmute, so it made me mute you. My bad. Let me, I did it again. All right, go for it, Julian.
Okay. So basically, convert A, the expanded equation for a circle into the standard equation and graph the circle.
Sure. So it looks like the same objective as yesterday, only we have this additional and also graph that circle. All right, so here's your one example. If you can do this example, you're ready to go. I'm only gonna do one because it takes a long time and I want you guys to have time to do homework. So I'm going to complete the square twice. First, I'm gonna get the x terms and then the y terms separated. So I'm gonna move down here a little bit. So I have an x squared and a 4x term. That's what I'm gonna be working on. And the other thing I'm gonna be working on for the y's is I have the y squared term and then the negative 6y. So I've moved my x terms down, my y terms down, I've separated them, I'm ready to complete their squares. But before I do that, I need to do something with this minus 36. Is there a yes in here that can tell me what I'm supposed to be doing? Yes, Andres.
You're supposed to add it to the other side too.
Yep. So
right?
add 36, add 36, and then now this 36 on the left-hand side of the equal sign is canceled out, and the 36, again, we're gonna have a running tab of what's gonna happen on the right-hand side, so I'm not gonna rewrite the equation yet. I'm gonna have two other numbers from completing the square for the x's, completing the square for the y's. Here we go. All right, so completing x squared plus 4x. Again, you want to be drawing out a picture for this. It helps, unless you're really good at completing the square and you can do it in your head. Eventually, that is my goal, that everyone can do that. But if you have to draw the picture every time, that is totally fine. All right, so another yes in the participants window. If you know the next step, I have to somehow insert these x squared and 4x terms somewhere within this box in a kind of special way, in a special spot. For example, I can't put x squared right there. It doesn't belong there when I'm trying to complete the square. Where does the x squared term go? Where does the 4x term go? I will cold call on people if it's anyone. I need to not call on Andres. Sorry, Andres. You are a good backup. I have, yes, Jose, go for it.
So the x goes on the top left of the box?
Yep. And what about 4x?
And the top right.
So 4x goes right here?
Yeah.
Close.
And then the bottom left.
4x here and here. That's not quite, because now this adds up to 8x, and I'm only starting with 4x.
Oh, it's is it 2x?
2x and 2x, precisely, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jose. All right, so we have put our x squared plus 4x into our general rectangle, our box method, whatever you want to call this thing. What am I doing now? Someone give me the next step. I will cold call on people if they do not give me a yes. Who's it gonna be? All right, let's go with Fern.
Wait, what?
What am I doing next? I just put all of these terms in here.
Oh, all right. So do you find the outside numbers?
Yeah,
or, all right. So it's going to be x right there. And then x. And then 2.
And 2 as well, yeah. Because both these sides need to be the same. That's the definition of a square, is that both of these sides should be congruent. All right, so thank you, Fern. So Fern has found the outside of our box method. Now I'm going to need to complete the square by adding something to the square that wasn't originally right here. I'm going to add something to the square right here to complete the square. What am I going to be adding with a quiet yes in the participants window? Yeah, Jenny, go for it.
You're gonna do 2 plus 2.
2 times 2, but you'll get the same answer.
Oh, 2 times 2.
And you get
4.
4.
4.
Perfect. That means I'm adding 4 to the left-hand side, which and I'm not quite done, Jenny, which means I'm also going to add 4 to the
Radius.
yeah, to the side that contains the radius, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'll add 4 to there as well. Perfect. So we added 4 to the left-hand side of the equal sign, and to the right-hand side, we have kept this equation balanced. And if you leave a yes in the participants window, I'm not going to get rid of it, and I'm going to assume that you're just ready to do the next one. So if you accidentally are putting the yes, you can take it away. All right, so we're done completing the square for the x terms. Now I need to complete the squares for the y terms. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the box. All right, Gunnar, what goes where?
Y goes in the top right corner.
Y squared?
Right, yeah, for y squared.
Okay.
And then 6y and 6y go in the bottom right and top left.
3y, negative 3y?
Oh yeah, oops, my bad.
Why is it supposed to be negative 3y and negative 3y, Gunnar?
I don't know.
So something to
Because
do with
it's the way-
hopefully adding up to this starting amount, right?
Oh, it's divided by 2.
Oh, yeah, you divide it by 2 to evenly distribute it between the 2 spots, yeah. All right, thank you, Gunnar. Next up. Next step, you can give me a yes if you think you have the next step ready. I'm going to call on people that I haven't called on before. Monse, let's go with you, yeah. Milk? I don't know where your milk is, bud.
You don't have y there.
Yep, a y right there, which means a y right there as well to make these the same. And
Negative 3. And negative 3.
negative 3 and negative 3. Thank you, Monse. And Sergio, how do we complete the square?
Do negative 3 times negative 3,
Precisely, and
and you get 9.
you get 9, which means we are completing the square by adding this 9 to this left-hand side, which means, Sergio, we have to add that 9 also to the
Like the right side.
right side to keep both of these sides balanced. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so we've basically rewritten this square now. I need to actually write it in standard form now. Remember that I'm going to be writing the side squared, and then I have to add up all 3 of these numbers to put that on the right-hand side. So who can write the standard equation of a circle? I see Andres has his hand. I need other people that have a yes in the participants window. Others, I'm going to cold call on people. Who's it going to be? Someone that hasn't put a yes up before. Looks like it's going to be Eder. And if you need help, just ask for it.
What was the question again?
So the question again is, write this equation up here in standard form. The standard form is something like, I'll give you the basic setup. It's something squared plus something squared is equal to some number. Bigger. And I can give you another hint if you need. So the thing that goes inside of the square is the side of the square that we were drawing up here.
X2,
So x plus 2.
X plus 2,
And then what about this other one?
Y, and negative,
Y minus.
or plus, minus 3.
Yeah, y minus 3. Perfect. Thank you, Eder. And then another person, I need you to add up all this stuff on the right-hand side. Who's that going to be? Who can just add numbers? This is like going back to first grade. Right? No one can add 36 and 4 and then also add a 9 on top of that. I'm sure most of us can do that in our heads. Who have I not talked to yet? Cohen. I haven't talked to you. Go for Cohen.
49.
49. Thank you. All right, so everyone write down the 49. All right, so we have converted this expanded equation into this standard equation, which was the hardest step from today. And now, instead of just telling me what the radius and what the center is, which we'll start by saying right now, what is the center? What is the radius? You will also tell me how to graph that, and I'll help you guys do that as well if you need it. The center is going to be something, comma something, and then the radius is going to be some number. Is there anyone? I guess I'm going to have to probably just call on people because I think there's only one person left, if I'm counting correctly. Josie, so I haven't heard from you yet. Can you tell me what the center of my circle is going to be?
Is it gonna be -2
Yep, -2.
and 3?
Perfect. And I'm not done yet. What about the radius? You got the center correct. What is the radius?
7.
Done. Yeah, radius is 7. You took the square root of 49, you got 7. Yeah, thank you, Josie. All right, so Josie has basically given us the instructions on what to do for graphing our circle. We are going to graph the center -2, 3. So everyone should be doing this on their own notes. I know that we don't all have graph paper. You can just roughly guesstimate where -2, 3 is. On mine, I have -2, 3 at this spot right here, -2, 3. And then Josie also told us we're going to move 7 away from that in every direction. That's the definition of a circle. So I'm going to move 7 left. So if I start at -2 and I go -7, I should be left with -9. So I'm going to come over here to -9 and draw a point. If I start at -2 and I add 7, I should come over here to 5. If I start at a height of 3 and I go down 7, I should go down to -4. And if I start at 3 and I go up 7, I should go all the way up here to 10. So have these, Andres, have these 4 points all graphed, well, I guess 5 points if you include the center, and then go ahead and do your best attempt at a circle. I know that we have technology, so we don't have to worry too much about that, but I do have technology, so it does make it a little bit easier for me to make a circle. Boom, nice perfect circle. And that's all I have for the notes. That concludes lesson 6-12.